Full velvet cushion of a left foot.
That was sensational touch by Ozil. Under pressure, he knew people were bearing down on him, and he still just nonchalantly took the ball out of the sky. He even tried to nutmeg Toure there. Want to throw him for his team, relieve the pressure.
News of a goal at St Mary's. Good news for Southampton fans. Bad news for Hornets fans. Southampton 2, Watford 0. Dusan Tadic with the goal. He's on the field as a substitute. And a Macaulay own goal has put Chelsea 2-1 up at home to West Brom. Rafa Benitez, the former Liverpool manager and recent former Real Madrid manager, is present at Anfield tonight. Lallana. Milner. Excellent block by very busy Flamini. Henderson stands it up, headed clear by Koscielny. Lovely turn again by Giroud. Ozil, wonderful ball out to a scampering Ramsey, but it's skidded off the very slick, increasingly slick surface here. And out of play.
But once again, the speed and the quality of the link-up play there was fantastic.
Firmino, just ahead of Henderson. Monreal weaving his way out of trouble. Ozil. Monreal's continued his run down the left-hand side. Campbell available down the right. Giroud on the edge of the penalty area. There's Bellerin. Still Bellerin. Sliding intervention from Emre Can. Says Mark Jones. Into the area of Arsenal again. Here's Giroud. Blocked by Klein.
Oh, he had a great chance just to play a sideways pass to Walcott there.
In the game again, he's reading everything, though in fairness. That was a misplaced pass, I think, by Ibe. And here's Firmino. Full of intent for Liverpool. But he can't find Lallana.
Everything's in a bit of a rush for them at the moment. Liverpool, they're trying desperately to get back into the game, but they're just forcing the issue a little bit. Arsenal at the moment have got the composure and seem to be more in control.
Closed down by Ibe, steps inside of the young Liverpool attacking midfielder, who just eases him off the ball. Free kick. News of another goal for Stoke. Stoke 3, 10-man Norwich 1. A Ryan Bennett own goal 12 minutes ago at the Britannia Stadium.
Very different feel to this Arsenal team now that they've got the lead. Compared to when Liverpool had the lead, they carried on doing the same things. Arsenal have changed their game plan a bit.
Another audacious piece of skill from Giroud. Christian Benteke is being warmed up rigorously on the sideline. In fact, he's now come to the bench. Looks like he'll be introduced. There he is. Christian Benteke. Saka. And again. Klein. Closed down by Walcott. Toure finds Klein again. Walcott back to defend. digs it out to Milner. He's trapped by Campbell.
Two wide men for Arsenal. Campbell and Walcott have taken up a slightly deeper position. Just made themselves a bit more solid there.
Firmino loops it into the area. Lana with a decent looking turn. The ball wouldn't come down for Liverpool. Henderson slices a half volley wide. We're hearing that James Milner will make way for Christian Benteke. Is it tactical or to do with that injury he suffered a few moments ago before the Giroud goal? We'll have to wait until the end of the game to find out, but James Milner makes way. He's been pretty good for Liverpool out on the left-hand side. Certainly very busy out there.
Yeah, he's done very well. You know, he's part of that midfield with high energy. They're always going to work very hard for the team. Good discipline as well. And the way, you know, I don't suggest for one moment Liverpool have played badly. It's just when they've had the lead, they've not managed to sort of change the way they play, keep the ball, frustrate Arsenal. They've invited them back into the game on a couple of occasions. And now they've got to, you know, they've really got to push to get an equaliser themselves, and that's going to allow Arsenal more opportunity to control the game as Liverpool throw bodies forwards.
Liverpool's top scorer, here he is, Benteke on the field. 6 of his 7 goals have come in the Premier League. 2 of them recent winners, as we mentioned, against Leicester and Sunderland. Ozil. Forward by Toure.
It's very interesting to see what shape they take now, Liverpool with Benteke on the field. Expect Firmino will drop off a little bit and play in the hole. Lallana's off on the left-hand side, taking up a place where Milner was. I'd be desperately trying to isolate Benteke with Koscielny and hit a few sort of diagonal balls into him and try and get players to make runs off him.
There's a former Arsenal man, Kolo Toure. Now Chan. Benteke near the penalty spot. Cross comes in. The header comes in. Firmino. They're claiming a corner. And Mike Jones, the referee, agrees. Nacho Monreal doesn't.
Yeah, it's good play though. Benteke, you know, not convinced when he drops so far out the box, but then he works himself into the box. You got 3 against 3 there, so Moreno floating the ball in is absolutely the right thing to do in that situation.
I will take the corner towards the near post. The volley from Moreno takes a deflection. He came close a few moments ago with a good chance, and that was a nicely hit volley.
Takes a big deflection, doesn't off Campbell. Petr diving across the goal to try and stop it going out.
Firmino with the cross this time. Firmino with the header.
He's had a left foot and a right foot. All he needs is a header now, isn't he?
For the perfect hat-trick. Closed down immediately by Campbell. He's done some sterling work out the flanks defensively for Arsenal, and he's fouled. It's a free kick to Arsenal, the league leaders, who lead by 3 goals to 2. What has been a memorable game so far. There can be too much doubt about the yellow card. Klein on a yellow after that deliberate handball earlier in the second half. Now the hood's gone up. I wondered when he'd give in to the rain. Eased Flamini off it. It's a bit untidy by Liverpool, but they can bring the ball clear through Moreno. A run here at Ramsey. Moreno's still going. Benteke, interestingly, dropping short. Lovely dummy finds Firmino, then Benteke again. He works it wide to Ibe, closed down immediately by Monreal. Onto the left foot, low cross comes in. I thought here for Moreno again, it was a good blast, but straight at Ramsey. Now Sacco. Moreno. It's a little loose. Campbell. Noticed on the last couple of attacks when Liverpool players, Graham, have looked in the air to size up a cross for Benteke. He's come out and dropped out of the penalty area for the short ball.
Yeah, that's one of the problems. He gets drawn to the ball. He's got to be making runs into the box and just demanding that the ball gets played in.
West Brom have equalised at Stamford Bridge. James McLean, 2-2. Firmino, through goes towards Lallana, tidying up his Laurent Koscielny.
They're coming towards the ball. Every Liverpool player is coming towards the ball.
Here's Jordan Ibe. Firmino, Ibe into the penalty area. Low cross comes into the back post. Lallana was there, but so too Per Mertesacker with the clearance.
Benteke's having a go at Ibe there. He did everything right, Jordan Ibe. Benteke stood past the penalty spot. Make a run towards the goal.
Benteke. Henderson. Klein. Isolated now, Nathaniel Klein. More good defensive work by Joel Campbell. Jermaine Defoe has a hat-trick at the Liberty Stadium. Swansea 2, Sunderland 4. Swansea are in a spot of bother. No foul on Klein. Wants to bring the ball away. And now Henderson. There's a real bark at the assistant. Arsenal will make a switch.
Here's the opportunity. Look at Benteke there. He's standing almost on the edge of the box. He can't cut it back to him. There are about 6 players in his way. In the 6-yard box. Sorry, I'm frustrated.
Bellerin. I think it started snowing.
Spot on with your weather forecast, Arlo.
Teeming down, isn't it? First time we've seen the white stuff so far this winter. Chan. Lallana. Low ball towards the back post from Benteke. Firmino was there. And check able to gather. Henderson. It's behind Benteke. I will try and close down Monreal. Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain will come into the game, as will Kieran Gibbs. So a double switch for Arsenal. We've seen this a few times. Kieran Gibbs coming on ahead perhaps of Nacho Monreal to shore things up on the left-hand side. Chamberlain could bring his energy to one of the flanks as well. But here's Klein. Lallana. Moreno. Yeah, it's going to be both wide men coming off for Arsenal. They've put in some good shifts, haven't they, Campbell and Walcott on either flank for Arsenal.
Worked ever so hard, and if, as we've seen a few times, this type of change where the 2 white men come off, if you know that you're going to come off with 15 minutes to go, 20 minutes to go, if your team's ahead, it encourages you to try and do your 90 minutes work in 70, 75 minutes, and then fresh pair of legs on just to try and see the game out. And once again, it shows that, you know, Wenger and his team are evolving. They're not being as reckless as maybe we've seen them in the past, where they've had a lead, they've carried on throwing bodies forward and then been caught out and conceded.
Liverpool have it back, and here's Firmino. Heavy down the middle is Benteke. Anderson into Chan. He might fall on the back post for Lallana out there. Took a deflection, has gone behind for a corner kick. Mertesacker with the lunging tackle.
Credit to Mertesacker there. They did well here, Liverpool. Good link-up play, fast. They draw Arsenal in, but Mertesacker has the presence of mind and awareness to spot the danger there from Lallana. Gets out, makes a vital block.
Taken short. Moreno has some space. Couldn't beat Gibbs. Now Ramsey with the challenge. Let's take a look at Giroud's second.
He gets a wonderful touch. Touré's going one way, and then the speed at which Giroud changes direction with that turn, and then the accuracy of the finish. As proper back-to-play striker, and the awareness of where the goal was. He'd made a picture in his mind before he received the ball and executed it perfectly.
He's got 9 in Arsenal's last 9 games in all competitions, 18 for the season. 12 of them in the Premier League. Will that be the winning goal? Still 13 minutes to play. Benteke looking to pick up the pieces on the edge of the area, but thumped clear by Koscielny, and Arsenal's back line can step forward again.
The problem for Liverpool, Arlo, now is they look less connected than they did before Benteke came on. And it's not a personal attack on Benteke, but Liverpool, you know, they just don't seem to be functioning properly. They've lost their flow.
Here's Henderson. Ive against Monreal again. Keeps it in play, shows good strength. Monreal sticks to his task. Klein forward. Oh, it was Lallana at the near post. Koscielny was the defender on the edge of the 6-yard area. They've got it clear, Arsenal.
De Grant Monreal to slow Ive down. But the persistence of Ive frees up Klein. And then the ball in. Looks like it could be offside, Lallana.
Over the corner. We'll get another go here. And we'll try again.
Unsurprisingly, Jordan Ive's off corners. It's 2 or 3 now he's hit. Tried to just flick it into the near post. We see Chan here at the near post for a flick on, but you know, they've got 3 or 4 big players. Is it in the box?
Taking short to Ive. Henderson with the angle, and it goes. Kolo Touré was up there. Benteke will retrieve. Chased by Mertesacker. Henderson makes himself available again. Black stays down. Benteke, can he get a shot away? Does. Sea of legs in that Arsenal penalty area, and now they have the opportunity to break away through Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain. Look at Ozil sprinting forward on the left-hand side. It's an excellent challenge by Touré. Man on chat the crowd to Emre Can. He's given the ball away. Look at the control again by Ozil. Gibbs on the overlap. He stands it up. Mignolet comes for it and claims it very well indeed. He cleared out his teammate Touré and an Arsenal player. I think it was Ramsey. It's assertive goalkeeping.
Oh, positive and brave from Ramsey as well to go in for the challenge. Cross invited it. Fortunately, Ramsey came off okay. Mignolet, decent punch.
Moreno in towards Benteke. Koscielny, the defender, who does extremely well.
Does very well, but there it is, it's not complicated. Moreno on the left, Benteke peels off to the far post. Simple. Here's this ball. Great punch. Toure does well, to be honest, as well. Gets in there. Oh.
Ramsey was straight up on his feet, wasn't he, as well? Sprinting back to aid Arsenal's defensive effort as well. Ibe. Lallana will keep this in play. Benteke coming in now towards the penalty spot. Mertesacker with a free header. Put clear by Monreal. Walker bounce for Toure, and it's Giroud who takes control. Ozil's just straight into an offside position, and Giroud does brilliantly to draw the foul. He's in a bit of pain there, touching the low part of his left leg. The foul by Saka.
His face says everything, doesn't it? There's no change from those two in terms of, these situations. If one of them doesn't kick in, the other one does. But excellent hold-up play. Once again, just buying his team a little bit of time. They get to reset Arsenal, wind down the clock a little bit more.
Joe Allen will come into the game for Liverpool. News of a goal at White Hart Lane. Robert Huth has scored after 83 minutes. So Leicester City, the former leaders on Christmas Day, have stumbled a little of late. They've got a late goal, still playing at White Hart Lane. That game kicked off at the same time as this one. Emre Can has made way for Joe Allen. Gibbs, clearance by Henderson. The flag is up on the far side against Kieran Gibbs. Moreno. Cross touch for Allen. Firmino, beautiful flick to Henderson. Flamini with the challenge, still with Henderson. Now Klein. Ibe on the right-hand side. An intriguing tussle between Ibe and Monreal in the second half. Is Klein again. He's got Gibbs at his back. Henderson with the cross. Mertesacker with the header. Klein again into the area. Firmino there, who's coming back from an offside position.
He's a bit lazy there, Firmino. A bit sloppy, allowing himself to stray offside, not working back in front of the Arsenal back four. But that's a little bit better from Liverpool in terms of they've got a couple of crosses in. Jordan Ibe occasionally needs to mix his game up. He's young, he's going to learn very quickly, but he's not had any joy from Monreal when he's tried to run it in 1v1. Monreal's been in control of those situations, so the alternative thing to do, especially when you've got a couple of players going into the box, is just cross the ball a couple of times, even if you hit the defender. Mix your game up a little bit.
Benteke trying to cut off that back pass towards Cech unsuccessfully. You see the way, Graham, that Jordan Henderson has played in the centre of the park as Mignolet shows off his skill set. And it shows you what Liverpool have missed so far this season. You look at driving forces that they had in that title charge in 13-14. The likes of Gerrard and Suarez and Sterling have gone. Sturridge, it seems constantly injured. Declared his fitness on Boxing Day. We still haven't seen him. Only 4 starts in all competitions this season. And Henderson's missed 16 games as well. So one of the backbone of that title charge have either left the club or been on the treatment table for most of this season. Gibbs, chased back by Allen. Gibbs again. Teta getting ready. Don't forget, a full recap of today's games. It's been a terrific night's entertainment across the country. All the goals from the day coming right up after the final whistle on a 30-minute edition of Goal Zone presented by Kia. Interesting news for Arsenal fans. Manchester City have drawn 0-0 at home to Everton. Henderson. Here's Allen between the lines. Now Ibe. Firmino have made a run. Jordan Ibe with the left foot takes a deflection. Flamini diving in yet again to another challenge. There's a high five from Mertesacker. The upshot is a corner.
I'd like to see him cross it there. Stop the ball on the touchline and just cross it. See what happens. Because then the fullback Monreal has to get closer to him.
Inside the last 5 minutes, Benteke is there. So too a couple of Arsenal defenders, including Mertesacker. Toure can't keep the ball in play.
Gone straight to his car, Toure.
Aquaplanes across the surface and actually across the concrete on the side of the pitch as well. But Arteta comes on. Mesut Ozil will make way.
I said he plays the game at his own speed. He also leaves the pitch at his own speed, doesn't he?
He does with 4 minutes remaining, doesn't he, in a 1-goal lead. Arteta onto the field. He's missed 9 games, 7 in the Premier League. With a recurrence of a calf problem, he returned off the bench against Sunderland at the weekend. Stephen Corker is ready to come on for his Liverpool debut. There he is. Adam Lallana will make way. Is one of the centre-backs going to be the centre-forward perhaps for the closing stages? We'll have to wait and see. He's got himself a new strike partner. It's Stephen Corker.
I wonder who did the scouting for that signing. He thinks he's a centre forward. Go and score now.
Oh, another lovely turn by Giroud. He works it out to Gibbs. No one in the box though, as you perhaps would expect at this stage of the game for Arsenal. Gibbs turns away, gives it away. Now Allen. Bizarre 24 hours in the life of Stephen Corker, signed on loan from Queen's Park Rangers by Liverpool Football Club. He makes his debut in the snow as centre forward. He's chasing this ball, this flick on. We'll get there. His first touch is back to Ibe. Gibbs with the defending. Toure finds Saka. Inside the last 2 minutes now. Allen. Klein. Is he found on the edge of the area? Yes, there's Mike Jones. And this is a dangerous situation for Liverpool. Koscielny with the foul.
Yeah, definitely a foul. Referee Mike Jones in a good position to see this. He blocks him off. Acts the innocent, but he knew exactly what he was doing there. I'm actually surprised he wasn't booked for that foul.
Over the ball, he could possibly send it in left-footed. It's Henderson who's placed it down. Firmino steps away. 5 men in the Arsenal wall as Henderson and Moreno discuss the plan of action in front of the Kop. Snow flurries on Merseyside. The 90th minute. Liverpool trail 3-2. Moreno straight into the wall. And a loud groan echoes around this famous old ground. Saka finds Henderson. Diagonal in the area towards Benteke. He wins the header. Who's there? It's Allen! He scored! The 90th minute! Benteke won the header in the area. Klopp is delirious. The clock is delirious. It's 3-3.
Well, it's that ball I was talking about. Benteke pulling off from the far post. Henderson picks him out with a good ball. He's always going to win those headers. Benteke. It's a well-timed run by Allen. You have to say it's a very good finish. Bellerin nearly gets there, just misses the ball. But it's great accuracy. Cech gets a hand to it, but can't scoop it out from the side there of the net.
The Lexus stoppage time is 3 minutes at the end of a quite sensational game. And for the second evening in a row on this side of the pond, we have a terrific 3-3 to talk about. The leaders have been pegged back. All the substitutions by Arsene Wenger were of a defensive nature. Steven Corker is now going back to his more familiar role, it seems, at centre-back. Joe Allen had scored 2 goals in 78 Premier League appearances. Now he's got a third for Liverpool.
Corker's just taken up a position in front of the back, the 2 centre-backs, I should say. He's asking for instructions from his teammates. That's clearly a position he's not used to. It's maybe a bit more familiar than he would be at centre-forward, but more responsibility there.
And it's Allen's first goal since last April. We were here for that against Newcastle. What a time to score it against the league leaders, Arsenal. Is there a winner in this game for either of these sides? Allen again. What a moment for him. Ramsey for Arsenal. Oxlade-Chamberlain outnumbered. Was he fouled? No, says Mike Jones. The snow has intensified. Sacco. Anfield finds its voice. The final minutes have been minimum of 3 to be added on here at the end by Mike Jones. Benteke's on the penalty spot. He goes towards him, but nowhere near him really, and easy to check. Well, your final thoughts if it does end 3-3. 2 for Giroud, 2 for Firmino, and a great night's entertainment.
Oh, it has been. The quality of the goals has been fantastic. I'm frustrated because there's such a simple and obvious plan that Liverpool could have employed as soon as Benteke came on the pitch. It's taken them the last couple of minutes to actually do it, and they've got the reward.
Moreno, is this the final attack of the game? Here's Allen. Klein sprinting forward down the middle. Into the area he goes, and the final whistle blows. Well, the 2 managers, big fans of each other, they embrace. And it's been an absolutely terrific night's entertainment. Joe Allen, the hero in front of the Kop. He was only on the field a few moments before that equalising goal. A battle between the Frenchmen Sacco and Giroud. They're still clutching the back of his head. He scored 2 terrific goals. So too did Firmino for Liverpool. There were 4 goals in a frantic 15-minute period in the first half. Giroud perhaps thought he'd won it for Arsenal, the leaders, but they were pegged back late on. Nice moment between Jurgen Klopp and Per Mertesacker. Well, another 3-3 Premier League thriller. Giroud goes across to salute the travelling Arsenal fans. Graham, thank you very much indeed for your company once again. Final score, Liverpool 3, Arsenal 3. Rebecca, back to you.
Well, Arlo, thank you. 12 goals in our 2 games today and yesterday here on NBCSN. Paul Dummett for Newcastle in stoppage time yesterday afternoon. Joe Allen takes over that role today. My goodness, what a mid-week set of games it's been. 23 goals now today. They are all full time. 2-2 at Stamford Bridge. Goalless at the Etihad. Manchester City, perhaps another penalty in stoppage time will bring that to you. Southampton beat Watford convincingly by 2-0. Stoke City beating Norwich, 10-man Norwich, by 3-1. Look at that for a scoreline. Sunderland, a hat-trick from Jermaine Defoe, beating Swansea City under Alan Curtis full time now by 4-2. 3-3 at Anfield. And Leicester City has drawn level on points with Arsenal at the top of the league. So let's take a look at the evidence for those Leicester City supporters. There you go. Arsenal and Leicester on 43 points. 3 points further back come Manchester City. 4 points behind them after defeat today come Tottenham. So there's a 7 points between Arsenal and Tottenham. West Ham with 35. Manchester United dropped down. Stoke City have moved up. Moving down, Palace, Liverpool and Tottenham at the other end of the league. It really is getting interesting as well. Take a look at where Swansea are. They remain in 17th, but it's the points that's important. Look at to the right of your screen. Just 1 point now between Sunderland, who've managed to move up to 18th, and Swansea. Newcastle also on 18 points, along with Sunderland. Aston Villa still cut adrift, but if you look a little bit further up, Chelsea, they're only 6 points away now from that relegation zone. Wow, what an afternoon of football. I was going to say to you, what a statement by Arsenal, until the equaliser. What a game. What do you make of it?
Well, if we enjoyed that as much in the studio across the pond, I can only imagine Arlo and Graham on the gantry right now, witnessing that amazing spectacle and probably Klopp hugging each other right now. The Arsenal performance surprised me slightly. We talked about it at halftime that they were as gung-ho as they were, but